Hello and welcome everybody to another episode of Fishing with Pratze and Forstheld. Hi Forstheld.
Yeah, hello guys.
So today we are at a different location. It's the second lake that we are allowed to fish on when we do the leveling up. And it's called Emerald Lake and it's in New York. And if you remember, last time we covered a little bit this graph on the left side. So we won't go into that again. If you want to check that out, you can rewatch the first two episodes. But for now, Forstheld will tell us a little bit about the middle picture and the stuff that we can see here.
Yeah, the middle picture isn't only a place where you can choose on which pack you want to fish. You also can see a very detailed photo of the location. And as a fisherman, you always watch out for features in the water that maybe kept some good fish. And what we can see here is that there at the left side, where my mouse now is a tree hanging over, branches hanging over the water, and there are some lily pad fields right side of this deck, or at the right side of the right pack. Some I don't know the word. Some weeds at the shore and stuff like that. And watch these pictures carefully on each location before you go fishing. Where are the possible spots where you expect fish?
Yeah, because this is not only just a picture. It is actually on this picture here on this menu. It's exactly like how it is when you are at the location. So it's not just a rough picture. It's actually an exact picture of that location.
Yes, true.
So it's good to get some clues, like Forstheld pointed out. And with that, I think we can go fishing.
Yeah, go fishing.
So, as you might know by now, I'm not, in real life, I'm not experienced in fishing very much. Forstheld, on the other side, he is very well experienced, as he told us last time, fishing since a little kid. And so, while we walk to the water, I can tell a little bit about it, because I once asked him if he would take me to a fishing trip, and he said yeah. And the first thing that he would do, or as a beginner, they do what is it called? Fishing with
match fishing with maggots for small whitefish, I would call it.
So that would be a good first experience in real life fishing, so to speak. So
yes, because first of all you catch lots of fish normally when it works well, and you have to learn all the techniques, like to get the float on the right depth, etc., etc., choose the right hook. So it's the basic education for fishing, and you catch something what makes fun. So for that reason we choose for this episode to start off with maggots, a small hook. We have different rods, because I use a shorter rod than Pratze do, but that's not a problem. We want to catch some small fish like shiners, pumpkin seed, red breast sunfish, stuff like that.
Yeah, and I think when we were still paying attention to the graph at the beginning, we know that it's good for biting not in the morning, but more towards midday. And in the chat you can see Upslayer is greeting us.
Yeah.
So it's always a cool thing when you come to the pack. You first make some basic conversation.
Yeah,
so
and brag a little bit.
Yeah. So let's actually move forward, I think, to, what did we say, 11?
Oh, 11, I think it's a good time, because it's not the best time in the day for fishing, but you fish into the good time of the day. So in my opinion, it's better to start a little bit before the time where the best time is to fish. So you fish into the hot time of fishing, and you don't leave the hot time while fishing. So
yeah, that's a good
the
thing
fishing,
to remember.
the fishing gets better and better. That's more fun than it slows up.
So yeah,
it's just my opinion, but I think let's do this.
Yeah. So as you could see, it's the weather, or like the sight changed quite a bit. The fog is gone, and what a beautiful lake, I have to say. So
yeah, the fog slowly disappears, and it's awesome. So let's do the first cast.
Yeah, and I will straight use this spot that you pointed out at the beginning, this
Yeah, me too.
overhanging tree.
Yeah, and you see there's also weed on the right side of the shore under the tree, so you have weed where the fish can hide, and from the branches normally insects and other stuff fall into the water, and the fish grab after it. So maybe it's a good idea to start there. I hope that will work, and I'm sure it will.
Oh, and I got already some little nibblings.
Okay, I cast it a little bit far, so I will retrieve a little bit of line to be directly under the tree. So now, but what I forget, what I can't remember is what depth I go. Oh, but it seems the right depth because got already a fish.
Yeah, 19-20 inches should be good.
Yeah, I got a red breast sunfish, 7.7 inch. Very small fish, but a beautiful fish, so a good start in the day, I think.
I get nibbling. As you can see, we use a hook size 10, so a very small hook. And
it's actually the smallest hook in the game.
Yeah. Oh, and we get action. Yeah, come on, take it. Okay, yeah. Wow. They keep nibbling away, but the strike is not there yet.
Yeah, got nibbling too. Oh, that was close. I was close to strike, but I don't think the fish... Yeah, if you watch the right side where you see your floater, you have to wait for a clear sign of bite. So either it goes left or right, or like this, clear under the water. So I got my second fish on the line.
Yeah, here so far.
And another red breast sunfish.
I think I have to cast again. So also this technique of fishing is also used for example, catching small fish that you want to use as a bite for bigger fish. Isn't that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. And also that this is competition fishing in Europe. In Europe, there's much competition fishing in how much weight of fish you can get in a certain amount of time. On rivers, you have a, I say, 20 meter stretch of river shore to fish on, and there is one after another. And after 2 hours, they weight the total catch. And sometimes, when the bigger fish doesn't bite, these small ones, if you get a lot of them, can make the difference in hard conditions, in hard catching conditions.
Oh, now we get serious nibbling. Come on. Yeah, there we got one.
Yeah.
And it's a golden shiner.
Oh, golden shiner, nice.
That's a nice one.
The shiners are the typical bait. If you see in the shop I got another fish on. Yes. If you see the big minnow, it's probably a shiner. So we got our third red breast sunfish. So what I want to do is to change the lure to get maybe another species. So I go in the inventory and I go for bread, or I go for bloodworm. Let's see what this brings. Bloodworms are normally not a worm, it's a the larva of an insect or of a fly. But it's called bloodworm because they are so red.
Oh, and another one. And this is a red breast sunfish, like Forstheld caught before. Really nice. I must say, it's small fish, right? But it's still fun to catch him. I mean,
and as you saw, Pratze isn't catching immediately. It took a little time to get the first fish. So even if you go for small fish, and even we obviously did this before, it's not guaranteed that you're catching immediately. It's still a little bit work to do and to figure out where's the right place, what's the right bait, and stuff like that.
Which is really nice. So I'm just gonna find another spot, and I changed it now to wax worms, just for the
good idea.
Just for the variety.
So maybe some birds. Oh, I got a bite. Oh no, I got him. I think I missed it. I got a golden shiner too.
Nice.
So what can we expect to catch here? It's the red breast sunfish and the golden shiner, obviously, because we already catched them. But we can yellow perch, pumpkin seed, a black crappie, and on a later stage we go for some pickerels and pike.
Yes, that's what we can expect here in New York.
And walleye, but nobody in the game catch the walleye
yet. Yeah. So this is a big mysterious part.
The developer said in a live stream, it's 99% that you don't catch one. There are some, but it's very, very rare to catch one. So I think that's a pretty amazing thing, to put some fish into a lake that are very, very rare. So you always can expect to catch one, and always you gotta bite. There's the little chance you get these very seldom fish. That's something in real life I love in fishing. Until you see the fish, you never really know what it is. You might a clue, but not the... Oh.
And we got a black crappie now on the waxworms, so that was good.
Yeah. Nice. And I got a golden shiner, and if you watch it on my channel, you see the float isn't go underneath the surface. It pops up and lay down flat on the surface.
This is really cool. I mean, there is not only one way it can happen. I mean, it is actually depending on how the fish is biting. Even that is implemented. I mean, seriously, this is super deep.
Yes, and what this means is that the fish grab the bait and don't go sideways or downwards. He go up to the surface with the bait in his mouth, and that means that the lad who drops down who puts down the float in the water, the lead is lifted, and so there's no weight on the floater, and the floater fall to the side.
Nice, I got a trophy one, black crappie.
Nice.
Waxworms seem to be really good.
Yeah, I'm on bloodworms, and I changed the location. Now I throw through the lily pads we saw on the picture, because that's always a good place.
I think I'm gonna throw some redworms, maybe.
Yeah, redworms, good idea. I maybe we go for small minnows later on, and bread. What I forgot to say about the overhanging trees and now the lily pads too, another reason why the fish are loving to go to these places is because there's cover over the head of the fish, so over the sky, because the one of the biggest predators for fish are birds, and they're coming from above. So fish love if they have some kind of cover over their heads.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
Isn't that also why, for example, this overhanging tree is a good spot, because there is cover from above?
Yes. it's all. Yeah, at these places you have all. You have cover, you have food, and that's all a fish need. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
And if you have these weeds on the shore, you have cover from above for the birds, and you have cover in the weeds from other predatory fish like pike, pickerel, bass, and stuff like that.
Yeah, that was what I just was thinking about. Because oh, yellow perch, nice.
Another
on
species.
The bloodworms. Yeah, on the red worms. Excuse me.
I got a little notching all the time. It's very little. I'm not sure if it's the wind or is it really a fish, but sometimes I noticed the really big fish are very wary and take a good time until they took the bait and go with him. So I will wait probably a half a minute.
So it's a good sign when you get nibbling for a long time. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, but I don't get a clear nibbling. Now I get it. I got only this, it goes slightly from left to right, very slow. So you can't be sure if it's a fish or if it's wind, because if I look in the water right now, there's a clear a wind going into the bay, and that has an effect on the float, obviously, these small waves. But now I had clear notches, so I hope that's a good fish, because he took really a long time.
Oh, here we got nibbling too. What is also really interesting is that you get different results with different baits, and this is very important for a simulation. I mean, and it's also not in a way that, oh, strike, black crappie again this time. That's exactly the perfect example. I was getting the black crappie on the waxworms, but now I get it on the red worms as well. So there is no clear
a pattern,
simple pattern. There's no such thing. It's clearly deep simulation.
Yeah, but maybe you see you get on the waxworms a trophy one. Now you get a normal one. So,
but I first got a normal one too on the waxworms. So,
yeah, okay. I really don't know. We're still figuring out the stuff, but it's clear to say that it's very deep, and you have to figure out with which bait. You can catch a species with 5 different baits, but most of the time one bait got the better fish.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the thing is also, it's a good sign that, I mean, we have been playing this game quite hardcore, and people like Forstheld, they are knowing what they are doing. It's not like if I would have played it this long without guidance, so to speak, clearly I wouldn't be at a point where I am now. But when people who are real life fishers like Forstheld say that they are still not in the feeling that they have seen it all or found out all of it, that's a clearly good sign to me. I mean,
it's so to speak, you can't. It's not easy to exploit the game mechanics to catch one big fish after another. It's maybe it happens in 1 or 2 spots, but clearly not on the whole area. And even then, if you think now I had the greatest spot, you watch in the forums and see another guy catch the fish 1 pound bigger at another spot. So yeah, I don't think we can exploit it easy. And I only get notches and notches, and I'm not sure what I should think about it.
Yeah, on the one hand it could be, oh, yellow perch again. On the one hand it could be, it could mean there is a really good fish on it which is really cautious about it.
Yes.
But then again, it could be a better idea to cast again.
Or to switch baits, what I now do. I have another rod, small minnows.
Oh, that was just my idea right now as well, so let's do that together. That's a good point.